am back to do my wrap-up for Read-o-Rama round 13. This took place between the 18th through the 24th of August 2019. There was a bunch of lovely hosts, which I'll link down below for anyone who's interested in checking them out. They also did a whole bunch of stuff on Twitter, so there is a Twitter page for it, so I'll also have that down below in case someone wants to have that ready for next round. But first off, just side note, tangent, I just wanted to say, you know, thank you so much everybody. Obviously I did get to 500 subscribers, which is amazing. Like, I thought I'd ever get there, but you know, this is me. So I have been there for a little while, so apologies that I haven't like mentioned it until now. First off, I was trying to like wait for it to kind of stabilize, because this is YouTube and it likes to fluctuate, and I didn't want to be like, I got 500 and then I'm like down to like 495 or something like that in like the next day. So I was kind of waiting for it to stabilize and then trying to figure out like what I wanted to do for the giveaway, and I'm still trying to figure that out, because originally I was like, well, I could like give away manga or something, but then I wouldn't want to like send it overseas because it just costs so much to ship overseas. So I was like, okay, well maybe I could just like do something else, like gift card or something, because then that way it doesn't matter if you're here or not, I would just give you that gift card. So still trying to figure it out. I think I'm going the gift card route, but obviously I will post that video sometime in September. So yeah, so let's get back to Read-o-Rama, because that's why you're here, and that's what the title of this is. So first off, we're going to go through what I read for the bingo board. I did get a blackout. We're not surprised. This is E. First one is what I read for Own Voices, which is Satoko and Nada. Nada? Oh goodness, words. I just woke up. My brain. Volume 2. This took a while to come out. So this is basically about two ladies, one from Saudi Arabia, one from Japan, that are roommates together in college, and like the shenanigans that they get into. It's very much like teaching you about Japanese and Saudi Arabian culture, which is really fascinating. I really enjoy like how they're doing this. So if you are interested in that, I would definitely recommend checking this out. So there is that one. The next one was your manga with the favorite color on the cover. So I picked the first volume of Love and Focus because of the pink. And this one was super cute. I mean, this is about a girl who ends up in like a boarding house situation. I seem to like those a lot for some reason. Because her best friend from high school, middle school, it's been a while, had recommended that she go there because is it college or is it high school? Now I'm like not remembering. Was it a high school photo club? Oh goodness, I don't know. Anyway, she goes to this school because there's a photo club there, and she's really into photography, and along the way she meets all the other casting characters who are also, for the most part, besides him, photography nerds. So it's just super cute. So I read that one for that challenge. The standalone, I ended up reading Pink, which is a josei, which was, oh my goodness, a trip and a half. I wasn't sure what I was reading the whole time I was reading this. It was kind of really crude, but it was interesting, but it was weird, but it was just all kinds of really twistedness. So this girl has a pet crocodile, and in order to feed said pet crocodile, she is basically a call girl or prostitute, whatever you want to call her. But then there's like this whole side story with like this guy, and it just gets really, and her little sister from the stepmother, it just gets really weird. It gets so weird. And that ending, whoosh. So yeah. So there's that. Yes, I see you, Ella. The next one was favorite genre, and I then did read the second volume of Love and Focus, continued on. This is only a 3-volume series, so that's why I figured this would be perfect for this, because it's just a cute little one. So the next one was Rama in the title / the author, and I did read the second volume of Coyote. This is a BL. What do I think about Coyote? It's kind of in the middle for me. Like, I read a lot of BL, and this one is very, like, sex heavy. So if you want that, there you go. But I just, like, the plot is, like, not my favorite plot. It's kind of like this weird, like, Romeo and Juliet type situation where, like, they're both from, like, enemy sides of, like, one's from, like, the werewolves and one's from, like, a group that kills werewolves, and it's just very interesting. I'm kind of, like, on the fence on if I like it or not. But I might as well get the third one. I can't imagine this is going to last very long. I'm kind of wondering if the third volume is the last volume, because of how the direction this one was heading in the end. So there is that. The next one was the non-traditional format, and since everything was non-traditional for me, I ended up doing graphic novels, and I read the 13th and the 14th volume of Lumberjanes. Continues to be super cute. It's like all girls camp, and like this really weird paranormal supernatural type camp, and it's just the girls like being together and friendship, and it's adorable. So there is that. The next one was From Your TBR. So of course I finished Love and Focus and read the last volume. It was cute. It ended fine. I feel like there could have been more to it, but it kind of ended the way you were going to expect it to end, so it wrapped up fine. Then the next one was the host pick. So I read Peter Darling, which was, I can't remember whose host pick because I never remember to look this up, but I actually picked it because it was like the shortest one. This has also got male. So it's really I don't know what I think about this book. So basically Peter Pan left Neverland to grow up, and basically resigned himself to the fate that he was actually Wendy. So basically Wendy was actually Peter Pan. So Wendy identified herself as a male, so hated her home situation because her parents refused to believe that she felt like she was in the wrong body. So she ended up back to Neverland so that she could go back to Peter Pan. But everything like in Neverland has changed because, you know, it's been 10 years. And basically the relationship that he ends up getting in with Captain Hook. So it's interesting. I got a little confused in the end because there's one thing that I don't know. I don't want to spoil it. So if you've read it, you understand, like, the ending. I was like, okay, are you back to normal now? Or are you staying the way you were in Neverland? You know. Okay, so yeah, that's all I'll say. So it was interesting. I did finish it. First time I've ever actually, like, read a whole book through for a readathon, which is awesome because I'm terrible about doing that, so yay me. And then the next one, and the last one off the TBR, was the backlist title. So I read Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Blank Slate. This is shoujo that does not act like shoujo at all. And I know there's kind of this big thing going on right now with, like, shoujo in general. So it's weird because it's like, so it is from Shoujo Beat, but it's basically a killer. So Zen's memory was wiped. All he knows is that he's like a killing machine, and he's like trying to figure out like what happened to him in the past and all these kinds of crazy shenanigans that I don't equate with shoujo at all, but clearly it's a thing because this is under Shoujo Beat. So there's that. It was interesting. It was only 2 volumes, so it went pretty quick, but it was, yeah, I thought it was a pretty cool story. The next 2 that I read were obviously not on my TBR because I finished that, and I just figured I would keep going because that's what you do. So I finished the 4th volume of Harukana Receives, which is my beach volleyball baby girls. I love it. It's cute. I mean, you're learning about beach volleyball, which is fun. The girls are all super adorable. It's a sports manga. I mean, what more is there to say? I don't feel like a lot of people like talk about this one, which is kind of sad because it seems like the sports manga that have like guys like Haikyuu are the ones that are talked about. And I'm losing my voice. But people don't really mention this one. So, but it's really cute. So if you want to try a sports manga that's just girls, give it a shot. And then the last one was Dive, which also is another sports manga because I was just on that kick apparently. So this is actually the final volume, which it says right there, which I should have caught, but I did not catch until I read it. And then I was like, wait, is this over? This is like really short for a sports manga. Usually sports manga are way longer than this. But this is just like, goodness gracious, my voice. This is just a 3-volume series about a diving club. So basically, the diving club is not doing so great, and basically they're going to shut down that club if they don't have someone who ends up going to the Olympics. Something to that effect. I was like, oh, hello, kind of like Free. I mean, even you look like Rin. I mean, come on now. So, I mean, it's like kind of reminding me of Free. Different scenario. I mean, for one, the main boy is a lot more fluffier than Haru ever was. But, so there's that. I mean, it was fine. I feel like it could have obviously had more because it was just kind of like ended. I don't feel like it really ended where it needed to. It like finished up a story arc and then it just kind of ended. And I was like, okay, but you could do so much more here besides just ending it with like a tournament. But that's just what they did. So it is what it is. So there's that. Gonna quickly throw these in here because I didn't have them part of the TBR and I didn't finish them, but they still counted because I read them. So I read about 100 pages of The Silent Patient, which is a thriller that I got that was basically about a woman who was living like the picture perfect life with her husband, and then one day she just shot her husband a whole bunch of times in the head, and then ended up in like a mental health facility. And it's about the psychiatrist who's trying to like figure out why she did it. And it's really interesting. The psychology major in me is like squealing about it because it's really, I love that kind of stuff. So there's that. And then I read about 350 pages in The Last Magician. So this is my buddy read with Shae from Shaekgeeksout. She's listed down below. And there's a cat. Hello, cat. So yeah, this is another fantasy time travel. It's really interesting. We've only got about 100 pages left until we're done. The story continues in the second one. You can definitely tell that, I feel like you can definitely tell that it's going to keep going because I don't know how that's wrapping up in 100 pages, but we'll see. So anyways, that is everything that I read during the Read-o-Rama time frame. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys later for the next video. Everyone have a very good rest of the day. Bye!